Hello, I'm Gil Zilkha. Welcome to my channel, Essential Classical Music, where we look at the best recordings of the standard classical music repertoire. This video is taken out of my larger video on the great conductors and their best recordings. I hope you enjoy it. And then finally, our last conductor, another English period specialist, John Eliot Gardiner, the giant. He is to period instrument recordings what Karajan was to orchestral music in general, just recorded everything. And the first recording that I want to mention for Gardiner is one that I think is a classic of all classics, one of the greatest recordings that I know. His Verity Vespers of 1610, done in the 80s at the St. Mark's Cathedral in Venice with his eponymous Verity choir and English Baroque soloists. Just amazing. Iconic version of this masterpiece, one of the great musical masterpieces of Western music. The sound quality, it's very reverberant, of course, considering where it's recorded, but that fits perfectly with the music. Beautifully sung. His choir, the Verity choir, is always one that you can just take to the bank. It's not just the beauty of their sound, but it's also the nuance of their interpretations and their dexterity. They're just top class with really everything they did. Now, Gardiner is especially known for his slew of Bach recordings. He just did everything with Bach multiple times. So it's hard to pick just one. The one that I would pick out first is this one, the Magnificat. I think this kind of displays Gardiner and his Verity choir and an English Baroque soloist at their best. Their execution, it's their flair for the dramatic and the exciting. It's a work that really calls for that. And so they really do full justice to it. Beautifully recorded, as pretty much everything Gardiner touched was. So you can't go wrong with this either. And then finally, Gardiner is one who ventured out into non-Baroque repertoire as well. Sometimes successful, sometimes not necessarily quite as successful. But one that he really hit out of the park is this one, the Brahms Requiem. This is with, again, the Verity choir, and this time his Orchestra Révolutionnaire et Romantique. The soloists are Rodney Gilfrey, baritone, and Charlotte Margiono, soprano. It's really a revolutionary version of this work. It's a little faster, but not too fast. Sometimes Gardiner, for my taste, like for example, his Mozart Requiem is one of these examples where I think some of his slow movements tended to go a little bit too quick and avoid. He kind of eschewed, devotion, I think, to too much of an extent. I think where it kind of robbed the music of its profundity. That's not the case here. In this case, in some ways, the writing comes across as never before. It's just a really beautiful, dramatic version of the Brahms Requiem that really, really sells you on the work and wonderfully recorded in digital sound. Thanks for watching. I want to wish you all a great day and happy listening.